Hi, so the algorithm algorithmed at me and showed me this.
I can't sleep at night if there's half a jar of beans wasting away in my fridge. These beauties are just too good, too precious to be wasted. So if I'm ever opening a jar just for a handful of lunchtime beans, you can bet that this silken butterbean and miso pasta is going to be my dinner.
Oh yeah. And listen, the internet throws a lot at you on any given day. It's actually kind of a nightmare. But sometimes you see something and it stops the scroll, as they say. And I was deeply affected by these silken butter beans and miso noodles. I love beans, I am a certified bean girl, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about this pasta ever since I first laid eyes on it. It was posted by Bold Bean Co., which apparently is based in the UK, but I feel like they get me. I should also mention that their reel was so aesthetically pleasing that I felt very inspired, and I'm going to try to copy it shot for shot, or at least get pretty close, but I don't think it will come as naturally to me. I'll do a big reveal at the end of the video. And apparently this is a riff on the viral silken tofu noodles, which in the interest of full disclosure, I had never heard of. It's hard to keep up, and what does viral even mean at this point, really? And to me, these seem to be viral in their own right, so let's just roll with it and let's get down to business. The very first thing we need to do is cook our pasta. You could use any pasta you want. I splurged at Whole Foods and bought this buziate. This fancy pasta from Frankie's 457, which is a restaurant, an Italian restaurant in Brooklyn that I have been to a bunch of times and I very much enjoy. This was expensive, but I really ruminated on my own mortality in Whole Foods and I YOLO'd, you know? I'm going to cook this first according to the package instructions, and I'm going to cook about 1.5 cups of pasta. While the pasta is cooking, we get to make the sauce, which is very exciting. Of course, it is bean-based. The recipe calls for 1 jar of queen butter beans with their bean stock, which is Bold Bean Co.'s product and good for them, but I can't get those in the US, so I bought 2 cans of butter beans at Whole Foods instead. One of their jars of beans is roughly 20 ounces, so I just went with these 2 15-ounce cans, and I used like 1.5 cans. And I'm just pouring the butter beans directly into the cup of my Vitamix blender. Any blender works, you could use a food processor too. You just need to blend this stuff up. We need 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, next, 1 heaping tablespoon of white miso paste, which I usually have on hand, because it's good in a lot of things. And lastly, the recipe calls for 2 garlic cloves finely grated, but I'm gonna use like 5 because a couple of them are really teeny tiny, and also I just like garlic. And I'm also going to use my garlic press and just press these directly into the blender cup. God forbid a girl like to get her garlic on. And that's it. This sauce is super simple, which is great. The recipe actually said to also add a splash of water, but I forgot. So it's time to blend this up. And we want the consistency of the sauce to be similar to a double cream, which I just made my best American educated guess. And I assumed it's kind of similar to heavy cream, and then I did end up looking it up, and it is. It's a British high-fat cream. So we want the sauce to be thick and creamy. And it is. It's gorgeous. Now that our sauce is made, we need to warm it up. So we're going to pour into a pan over medium heat and gently simmer for 2 to 3 minutes, or until it's warm throughout. I'm also going to swirl a teaspoon of chili oil through it, because not only does that sound delicious, but it also is very aesthetically pleasing, which is sort of a little bit the theme of today, because I was drawn in. I'm susceptible to the good-looking food on Instagram, just like everyone else. But will it taste as good as it looks? That's what we're here to find out. But I'm confident because I love beans. I'm actually adding more than a teaspoon of chili oil. I'm adding more like a tablespoon, and I'm mixing it with this crunchy garlic with chili oil that I also just usually have on hand, and it is delicious. Not terrible, but not exactly what we were going for. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Did I swirl too much? Maybe. And now the recipe says to drain the noodles and add to the pan with the sauce, but I need to get the same sexy pouring shot they did. I owe it to myself and I owe it to you. So I'm going to drain the noodles, put them in the pan first, and then pour the sauce over top, and it's gonna be hot. This is really Instagram versus reality because I'm genuinely trying very hard. And we're just not quite getting the results we were hoping for. Now I'm just going to stir that all together. Get all the noodles evenly coated in the sauce. Noodles and bean sauce, ASMR. And I'm going to squeeze in the juice from 1/2 of a lemon. The time has come. We're ready to plate this. Just like they did in the video, I am going to top with crunchy garlic in chili oil, some thinly sliced green onions, and sesame seeds. Okay, and before I try this, the moment I know you've all been waiting for, here is the world premiere of my rendition of Bold Bean Co.'s very beautiful reel making this silken, why can I not remember what it's called? I couldn't sleep at night once I saw that it was possible to make pasta sauce with butter beans. This beautiful dish looked too good, too perfect to not make it. So I promptly bought some beans and made a whole YouTube video about it. And you can bet that this silken butterbean and miso pasta is going to be my dinner. It's almost time to feed my cats. So what did we learn today? At the end of the day, just be yourself. That's what we learned. Because trying to be someone else is too hard. And just do it the way that you know how to do it and like to do it. I'm sorry, I promise the cat is fine. It's yummy. It's everything I hoped it would be. Honestly, it reminds me I used to make this mac and cheese recipe that was vegan, and it was potato based. I used like cashews and potatoes as the sauce and like nutritional yeast. And I feel like this kind of tastes like that. But the miso is a nice addition. For how easy this was to make, you can't beat it. Totally worth it. I'm actually so hungry. And this bougie pasta, highly recommend. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, maybe just subscribe and we can hang out on a more regular basis. I will be here. I'm gonna go sit on the couch and rewatch old episodes of Broad City that I've seen several times while I eat this. So, doing it for the gram is so much harder than just doing it for my mouth.